All right, so welcome. This is yoga. My name's Kari. We're just going to start in our nice, comfortable seated position. Start rolling through the shoulders. Loosen up any tension. Draw the belly in. If it's not comfortable for you to sit in the seated position, you can also just take a leg to the side, or you can have your legs out in front of you, whatever's comfortable. Just loosening up through the shoulders, feeling grounded through your seat bones. And then go that other way. Just circle those shoulders the other way. Loosen it up. Good. And then start bicycle pedaling it out. When you're here, try to isolate through your shoulders. Try to keep your spine nice and long. Isolate those shoulders. Spine long. And bicycle pedal it out other way. Good. And just neutralize your shoulders. Now try to take one leg a little bit farther out and one leg in. It doesn't matter which side, because we're going to do both sides. So I naturally want to take my right leg out further, but if you're the other way, whatever leg naturally wants to come out. And then just start leaning onto your legs. Make sure you're not on the knee. Come a little bit above. Lean onto those legs. Whatever is comfortable for you. You're going to start feeling the stretch on the IT band more on the leg that's in front. And at your own comfort level, get low. Get low into it. We're going to take 5 deep breaths, focusing on just leaning in onto the legs. Get nice and low, flatten that back. Look a little bit forward, but down. Keep breathing. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come up. Now that same leg that was in front, cross it over. Try to keep that foot flexed. So I had my right leg in front. I'm crossing my right leg over. Keep this right foot flexed. And then just start sandwiching yourself in. Walk it in, keeping that right foot flexed at your own comfort level. Breathe into it. Good. 3 more deep breaths, and we're going to roll it onto our back. 3, 2, and 1. Now slowly come all the way onto your back. We're keeping the same leg crossed over. Hug the other leg in. So if you're with me, I have my right leg crossed over. Keep that foot flexed on the right side. Hug your left side in. Use your right elbow to deepen that stretch. Just stay here, breathe into it with the option to rotate the left ankle or whatever ankle it is that you're on the leg that you're hugging in. Breathe. Feel here. Good, and option to circle the ankle the other way if you're circling the ankle. But make sure the other ankle is staying flexed. 3, 2, 1, and now fully cross that same leg that's on top, fully cross it over. Take your ankles, both ankles, and just hug in, making little movements side to side. You can bring your chin into your chest, or you can relax your head onto the ground. And if it doesn't feel good to cross over, you can just stay in that figure 4. Keep breathing. If you feel any resistance, stay there and just hug into it. Good. 3 more deep breaths. On your exhalation, whatever leg is on top, keep that leg. The other leg, just let it go long. And we're just going to hold on to this leg, hook your elbow onto that same knee, and we're just hugging it in, and just rock it. Think of rocking a baby, just how you would rock a baby, gentle little movements, side to side, keeping that foot flexed. Breathe. Good. 3, 9. And now we're going to take this leg over to the side. So if it's your right leg, take it over to the left. If it's your left leg, take it to the right. Use your top hand on the opposite hand to press your leg down. So we have one arm teed out, the same arm that's on the leg that's twisted over. The other arm is gently just pressing on to your leg. Keep that arm teed out. Look the opposite direction that your legs are going. And just gently pressing here. You should feel a nice spinal twist. Keep those shoulders grounded and just keep gently pressing onto that leg. Good. Keep going. 3 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, bring that knee into the chest and circle. Little circles. Same leg. And then when you're ready, circle that other way. 2, 3. And now we're taking this leg out to the side. So whatever side it is, same side. If you have your right leg, take it out to the right side. Let your other arm tee out, and we're looking the opposite direction of our leg. So if your leg is to the right, look to the left. Breathe into it and keep using this hand on the same side as the leg to press it down. You should feel the stretch through the inner thigh. Stay here, breathe. Good. 3 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, bring that knee back into the chest, few circles, going just one direction and the other direction. And we're going to hug it into our chest, and we're just going to start lengthening and bending. Interlace your fingers right on your thigh, flex your foot. Keep that foot flexed on the side that you're hugging in. And we're just bending and lengthening. Try to keep hugging that thigh in toward your belly. Bend and lengthen. And every time you lengthen, take a moment to really stretch and breathe into it. So we're just dynamically warming up here, and we're gonna start tiptoeing those hands up. And a few more, another 3, 2, and the next time that your leg is long, keep it long. See if you can tiptoe your hands up a little bit past your knee and just hug in here. Stay and breathe. With each exhalation, see if you can hug it a little bit closer to your chest. We're gonna take 5 deep breaths like this. And then we're going to try to walk up toward our foot. If you need to, you'll be able to use your strap or your towel. But for right now, just hug in anywhere above the knee, keeping that leg straight, breathing. Good. 2 more deep breaths. Okay, now if you need to get your strap, you could grab your strap and hook your foot onto your strap. If you have a ring, you could use your ring also. And I want you to take the strap with your opposite hand. So if you have your right foot, it's going to be your left hand. If you don't need the strap, just use your hand if your arm's long enough Stay here, work on straightening out this leg. If it feels good, you can give that hamstring a little massage. And we're aiming the foot toward the opposite shoulder. Opposite foot to shoulder, stretch out that hamstring, breathe. Good. Good, yep, if you have that ring or the strap, keep breathing. 3 more deep breaths and we're gonna take it into a twist. Okay, now if you can keep your legs straight, especially if you have that strap, we're gonna go back into our spinal twist, just like we did before with the bent knee, but now we have our long leg. Take the arm out to the side, opposite arm out, tease out, the other direction of your leg, and breathe. We're looking the opposite direction of our leg as we hug that long leg in. Good, 2 more deep breaths. On your exhalation, bring it up. Either catch your foot with your hand or your strap opposite. So we're just switching hands now. So now we have the same hand on the leg. If you're with me, it's right hand, right leg. Leg goes out to the side, look the opposite direction. If you have your right leg, look to the left. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, bring it back to center. Take both hands behind your knees and just start rocking back and up. Hands behind your knees. Give yourself a nice rock back and up. And try to balance every time you come up. And the next time that you're up, stay here. Let's just take a quick boat pose. Engaging through that core. Keeping your legs either bent or straight. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, back into our seated position. So that leg we just did, we worked that same leg the whole time. Now we're switching sides. That leg that you worked before, bring it to the in part, and the other leg is gonna go to the outer part. And we're just gonna start pressing down onto those thighs. You can use your elbows or your hands. Lean into it, hinge from the hips. Try not to round. Try to keep your chest open and just lean into it. Breathe. Go as low as you comfortably want to go. Keep pressing those legs down, ground through the seat bones. Little soft gaze in front of you. Keep breathing, 2 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, this leg that was in front, cross over. Keep your foot flexed, and we're just gonna start pretzeling ourselves up. Walk it up, nice and comfortable. Hug it in, breathe here. Good, just as much as you wanna go. And with the exhalation, you could get a little bit closer if you want. 3 more deep breaths. And we're gonna rock back onto our back. Hug your leg in. So we're staying crossed over. This foot's staying flexed, the one that's on top. Hug your leg in and use that elbow. We're using the elbow. This elbow is pressing. Press on that leg. If you want to rotate the ankle, the one that's floating, not the one that's crossed over, just rotate it if it feels good and breathe. And if you are rotating it, make sure you go both directions. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And then fully cross that leg that's on top over. Take your ankles, both feet flexed, and gentle little movement side to side. If it's hard to cross your legs totally, you can go back into that figure 4. Good, just breathe through any resistance. If you feel any tension, feel free to stay there and breathe into it, hug into it, send it your attention. Good, should feel nice and good. 3. One more deep breath. On the exhalation, let that leg go long, but keep the leg that was on top. And we're just hugging it in like a little baby. We're rocking our baby on that one side. Cradle your knee with your elbow, with your forearm, and then hold onto your heel with your hand. Try to keep your foot flexed. This helps protect all of the ligaments to go in the right way. And just keep breathing. Good, 2 more deep breaths. And now we're gonna take this leg all the way over to the opposite side. So now I have my left leg, it's going over to the right. Make sure your spine stays long. Look opposite direction that your leg is going, and use that hand to press your leg down at your own comfort level. So if you have your left leg, it's your right hand pressing down, and look the opposite direction of your leg. Keep breathing. One more deep breath. On the exhalation, bring it back to center. Just take a few circles here. Loosening up through the hip. Get it nice and fluid. Move it around. Go one way. And when you're ready, go the other way. And then start taking it out to the side. So same side as leg. I've got my left leg going to the left side. Press down onto the thigh right above your knee. Let your arm tee out. So if it's your left leg, your left hand is pressing down, right arm tees out. Look the opposite direction that that leg is going. Breathe deeply into it. Try not to let the hip bones lift up. One more deep breath. And on your exhalation, bring it back to center. Take a few little movements through the hip, little circles, or if you just want to go side to side, just move it around. Those hips should be nice and fluid. And then we're going to bring that knee into the chest. Hold on behind your thigh, not on your knee, and just hug it in, and then start straightening out your leg, bend it in and out. Try to keep your foot flexed. And this is just helping us warm up through that hamstring. We're hugging it in as deep as we can toward our ribs. and then lengthen out. And we're hugging in that whole time. Should feel really good here. Nice deep hamstring stretch. Keep that foot flexed. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. And then when you start to come out, see if you can just hold that straight leg just a little bit longer every time that you come out. This is where we're really going to stretch through those muscles and get nice, healthy, strong, and long muscles. 3 more. And the next time that the leg is long, keep it long. Start walking up past your knee. Keep that foot flexed. Stay here. Breathe. Try to keep your legs straight. Extend through your heel. Just breathe into it. Now here's where if you want to, you can grab a strap, a ring, a towel, or if your arms are long enough, catch your foot. See if you can aim that foot toward your opposite shoulder. If you can catch your hand, it's your opposite hand to foot. And just hug it in, massage your spine, gently press on the thigh, work towards straightening your leg. Now, if we were standing, I wouldn't want your leg to be totally straight because you don't want to buckle your knees when you're standing, but if you're laying down, it's okay to get that leg as straight as it wants to go. Keep breathing into it. 5 more deep breaths. Good. Breathing 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to open it out to the side. Inner thigh. Same hand to leg. So I've got my left hand on my left leg. And look the opposite direction your leg is going. Leg is one way, look the other way. And now we're going to send it all the way over to the other side in that spinal twist. You need to grab that strap or your towel, your ring, whatever you have, and it's opposite hand onto your foot. Look the other way. Good. Breathe into it. Two more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, bring it back to center and hug both knees in, circle. We're just circling both hips. And you can either keep alternating, circle one way, other way, or whenever you're ready, circle. Make sure you go both directions. 3, 2, 1, and take those hands behind your legs, flex both feet. See if you can hug in both legs, tight into. If you want to, hold onto your feet. And just bring those hips up as much as you want. Think of a forward fold, but it's just the opposite way. Instead of folding onto our legs, we're folding onto our back. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And then taking your big toe with your peace sign finger, let your lower back come back onto the mat. Open up into a happy baby. Your legs can be bent or straight. Gently rock side to side, massage through your spine. And then we're gonna rock our hips up. See if you can come up and balance. Rock back, come up and balance. Rock back, come up, balance. Few more. Good. Nice job. And then we're gonna come all the way up. Hold your balance if you can. Good, hold, breathe. 5, 4, 3, squeeze those shoulders back. 2, and 1. Now we're gonna set those feet onto the ground, legs long. Wiggle those knees out, reset through the hips as you need to. Tiptoe those hands forward as far as comfortably as they can go. Tiptoe forward. And we're gonna inhale up, exhale, bow down. Inhale up, exhale, bow down. With your breath. If you can put your forehead onto the mat, or you can put it onto a block when you bow. All right, another 3, 2, and the next time that you're down here, I want you to just stay down. Stay down as low as you can and breathe. Keep breathing, stretch through those hamstrings. 3 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, walk yourself up, cross your legs out in front of you, and we're gonna come tabletop position. Center of your mat, round and arc. Move through the spine, make little movements along the way that feel good. Round and arc. Good, just move through it. I like to do a little shuffle when I come into my arched spine, where I arc, and then I shuffle my hips and my shoulders side to side. So if there's any little movements along the way that feel good, just feel free to make this your own practice. Do what feels good for you. And the next time you come into your rounded spine, stay here. Tuck that tailbone, chin into your chest, draw that belly up, and just sway around. Sway around, get fluid through the hips, through the shoulders. And as you feel guided, go the opposite way. And then we're going to lower hips all the way down, come into a cobra or up dog. Squeeze the chin up, elbows in toward the ribs, breathe. Get that neck nice and long, shoulders down, 3 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, tuck that chin in, tailbone in, around the spine, curl your toes, take it back into your downward facing dog and walk your dog. Move side to side. Should feel nice and stretched out already because we did the hamstring stretch already on our back. So hopefully you're feeling nice and stretched. Just keep pedaling through those feet. Good, nice straight back, shoulders open. And put all the weight onto your right foot. Extend your left leg nice and long. Stay here, breathe. I just want you to stay here and focus on pressing all the way into your right foot. Keep breathing. Try to point your hips down. And we're going to open up the hip in a minute, or in less than a minute. Now bend that left knee, point it up to the ceiling. Point that left knee up, look up to the left. On your exhalation, start bending that left knee all the way up towards your left elbow. So we're going to just rest. We're resting the knee on the forearm. This left knee right here, rest it on your left forearm. Stay here. Breathe. 5 breaths. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Step that foot all the way up. You've got this left foot all the way up. It's on the outside of our arms. Stay here, breathe. And if it's available, this back knee right here on the right side, try not to let it touch down. 3 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, lower that knee down. Let the foot relax and start coming as low as comfortable. If you need to, put your block there and put your block onto your forearms. Stretch it out. Breathe. Right here. Good. Just as low as comfortable for you. Keep breathing. 5 more breaths, and then we're going to start opening up the knee and the foot. And then just let that knee open up, let the foot open up. It's opening up to the left side. Or you can stay where you're at. Just whatever is comfortable for you. Breathe through it. 5 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, we're going to come out the same way we came in. Taking that knee back in, tabletop position. Back in our tabletop, rounding and arcing. Loosen up through the spine. Remembering that your neck is part of your spine. And coming into that rounded cat when you're ready. Stay here, squeeze that tailbone, chin into the chest, and go into your sway. We're going to do our circles here, rounding through the spine. We'll go back into our cobra up dog, and we'll do our 3-legged dog on the other side. And when you're ready, reverse this direction of your circles. And coming all the way down into your cobra or up dog. So here you can just go as low or as high as you want to go. If you want, you can be low onto your forearms. If this feels good for you, or if it feels good to be high, just listen to your body. Keep those shoulders low, elbows hugged in towards your ribs. Good, just breathe through it. Try to lift up that chin. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze that low back. One more deep breath. On the exhalation, curl your toes, take it into your downward facing dog. Start walking your dog. Pedal it out. Feeling nice and loose. So when we come into our three-legged dog, I want you to think about how your hips are now. They're both pointing down. When we come into that three-legged dog, I want both hips still pointing down for the first 5 breaths. And then we'll open up the hips. Okay, so pedal over to your left side, extend the right leg up, point both hips pointing down while you extend that right leg back. Push all the way into the left heel. Breathe 5 deep breaths. On the exhalation, bend that right knee, point it upward, and look up to the right. Good. Just breathe 5 deep breaths. On your exhalation, we're going to bring it all the way up. If you want to walk your hands a little bit forward, rest onto your forearm. That knee onto your forearm, just rest it here. Hold. 5, 4, good. 3, 2, and 1. Set that foot all the way up. Good. Try to keep this back knee lifted if you can. If you need to, you can lower it down. Gaze forward and breathe. So we're just going to prepare to get lower. Really stretch out that back leg, 5 more deep breaths. Or whatever your comfort level is. Just breathe into it. Good. Another 3, 2, and 1. Lower that knee down, relax your foot. We're going to start coming onto our forearms. So if you need to, you can use that block. Just try to get a little bit lower. So wherever you were at before, try to just get a little bit deeper. Just whatever your availability is. So get a little bit lower, keeping your foot in front of you flat. That right foot stays flat. Keep breathing. And then we're going to open it up in 5 breaths. Good. One more deep breath here. And then try to let that hip open up just a little bit. Let your knee relax out to the side. Let your foot open up like a book. 5 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, we're gonna come out the same way we came in. So put your foot back flat onto the ground, walk your hands back under your shoulders, and come back into tabletop position. Tabletop position. This time, squeeze your knees together. Knees are really close together. Hands are just in line with your shoulders, and we're just gonna sway. Go one side, other side. The knees stay glued together. Back stays flat. Good. Just at your own pace. Should feel a little core engagement here, but also stretching out through that low body and through the side transverse. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let both hips go over to the right side. Both hips to the right. Start lowering down. We're onto the ground. Arms tee out. So hips are over to the right. Knees to the left. Arms tee out to the side. And we're going to lean over to the right side. So I'm stretching out my shoulder. Option to take your top leg, the left leg, and start bringing in and out. So this is a shoulder stretch and a quad stretch. Got my right arm out to the right, holding my top leg, bringing it in and out as I stretch out that right shoulder. In and out. Good. 2. And the next time that leg is back there, keep it back, hold it. See if you can take your knee in line with your hip. Keep holding onto your leg. If you need to, get that strap or your ring to hold onto your leg. Breathe. Good. 2 more deep breaths. On the exhalation, both legs come back together. Start walking your hands back under your shoulders. Press back up into tabletop position. And we're just going to go the other way. Same thing, but this time our hips, instead of going to the right, they'll go to the left. Come all the way down. Let the arms tee out. Lean over to the left shoulder this time. Before it was the right shoulder. Get that top right leg. Start bringing it in and out. Good. Bring it forward and back. It takes a few times to really get that proper form, at least for me it does. So focus on trying to keep that knee in line with your hips. Every time that you go back, another 3, 2. All right, now keep it back there if you have your leg and hold it. Breathe. Keep stretching out through that shoulder on the side that's on the floor, the left side. 4 more deep breaths. And let both legs come to the side. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Come back into your tabletop position. Both knees are going to stay together and just make yourself small. Small little child's pose. Arms to the side. Forehead onto your mat if it can reach there. You can always put a block either under your forehead or under your hips if needed. Keep breathing. 5 deep breaths. Good, one more deep breath. And on the exhalation, slowly round up like you're a flower blossoming out of the soil. Come to a nice tall spine. Cross your legs behind you so that you can rock your legs out in front. Come back onto your back, and we're going to make ourselves into a small little ball again. But this time we're onto our back, chin into the chest, and let your arms come out. Squeeze your fists, squeeze your feet, squeeze that chin in. Make yourself a tight little rock, and just squeeze tight as a rock. Squeeze, squeeze for 5. Keep squeezing 4. Squeeze 3. Squeeze 2. Squeeze 1. Take a big deep breath. Exhale, sigh it out, and release those limbs to the earth. One more deep breath through the nose. Exhale, make a sigh out your throat. Just releasing your energy to the earth, releasing any tension. Just let it go. Release it all. Let your breath get slow and heavy, long and deep. Feeling relaxed and calm. Feeling into the awareness of now, the calmness of your body. When you're ready, start making small little movements. Wiggle fingers, toes, moving your head side to side. And bringing your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. And gently sway side to side. And finding your right side. Stay there a moment. Just breathing in your seed pose where we all began. When you're ready, using your left hand to press you up into seated position. And finding your seated position, wherever it is for you. Take your arms out, nice and long, palms facing up. Grounding through your seat bones. And say either out loud or to yourself, 0 ground. Imagine that energy going into the earth, into the center, 0 point core of the earth. And then say in your mind or out loud, 0 source. Imagine the energy shooting up through the crown of your head, into the solar system, going into the central sun. And then say either out loud or in your mind, 0 source. Let that energy calm down into your heart center, connecting the earthly plane with the solar plane. And then on the next inhalation, inhale the arms all the way up, palms to the top. Exhale, bring it into your heart. Say 0 heart. And namaste.